time of the season, thoughts are drifting back to this time last year when Nantes were on the verge of a glorious championship triumph. Things have not been so good this season, but at least the second half of the season has seen an upturn in their fortunes against joint bottom Lorient here, for whom Pascal Fainduno went close early on. But it really has been a torrid campaign for Nantes. Of course, it took them so long to record their first win in the league this season. But coming into this match unbeaten in 4 games, winning 2 of their last 3. 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats in their last 6. And winning a free kick that was deflected over. Pierre-Yves André with it. Lorient, like Guingamp, who we saw a few moments ago, are fighting for their lives at the bottom. Face Marseille at home and Metz, another side battling to avoid a drop before the end of the season. So could have done with the points in this one. Well, that was the Malian international Seydou Keita seeing his effort palmed away by Landreau. Well, key moment, Marama Varua replacing Pierre-Yves André at half-time. And what an inspired change it would be by Angel Marcos, the non-coach. 49 minutes gone, just 4 minutes into the second period. And Varua's free kick coming all the way through. And that was the goal that broke the deadlock. Spectacular impact made there by Marama Varua. That made it 1-0 to Nantes, just 4 minutes into the second half. So the writing was on the wall from this point on really for Lorient. Just 1 win in 15 matches. Jean-Claude Darcheville surprisingly kept on the bench for this match, or on note, on the hour mark. Darcheville, not only Lorient's top scorers, but one of the most fearsome marksmen in France generally this season. Superb second goal. Varua again, 55 minutes gone. And that's how to make your mark. Varua had been on the pitch just 10 minutes since coming on as a substitute. And his 5th and 6th goals of the season puts Nantes firmly on the road to victory and give Lorient increasingly the look of a condemned team. 2-0 defeat here would make it 5 games without a win for Lorient. And Nantes could have added to their tally before the end. Varua was looking for a hat-trick, and somehow Fiorel Moldovan failed to score. Nantes third. All ended in a bit of a fracas on the Lorient line. The usually deadly Moldovan seeing his effort cleared off the line and was unable to turn in the rebound. Lorient, though, did briefly threaten before the end. No surprise really that Jean-Claude Darcheville was the man they looked forward to try and get them back into it. His effort though dragged agonisingly wide there. Darcheville off target on that occasion. But as Nantes pushed forward looking for that third goal, Lorient tried to exploit the space left at the back. Buzyn's cross not convincingly headed out, and Darcheville once again slicing his effort. Well, the final whistle going, Lorient increasingly in trouble at the bottom, and it's their 10th defeat away from home in their last 12 away matches. Well, from Lorient to Gilbert Dress's Metz side, one of 3 teams who are joint bottom on 29 points, lost 3 of their last 4 matches at home before the visit of Rennes, and just like with Guingamp and Lorient before them, the importance of 3 points in this match of paramount importance. Going close early on, Metz in the dark red. Could have been a goal for Adbayor. But the header, unchallenged in the end, went wide. The next effort drifting over from Moreau. Rennes 6 points above the drop zone, playing really for pride at the end of the season. Won just once away from home, but they felt they were on their way to a first away win in 11 games. And the opening goal was scored by Maktar Ndayi in the 14th minute. Second in 3 games for him after he scored against Nantes 3 weeks ago, giving Gilbert Gress and Metz plenty to think about with 14 minutes gone. It could have been even worse for them by the half-hour mark. Frederic Piquillon surging through, in the end just forced a little too wide. Jacques Songo coming out in the Metz goal, forcing Piquillon to the right-hand side of the penalty area. And the Rennes forward just couldn't get his effort on target. Fine defensive work actually from Regis in the middle. Well, Metz hit by the news before this match that playmaker Frederic Mérieux had been ruled out for the rest of the season with an injury, sustaining Tuesday's 3-2 home defeat to Sedan. And it looked for a while like Metz would come to rue some shoddy finishing. That was Promont fluffing things inside the box. The Metz corner drifted in by Signorino, and plenty back there for Rennes, getting in the way of the efforts from Bastien. Ball in from Tai there, and excellent save by Eric Bourons in the Rennes goal, which kept their advantage intact. Gerard Baticoul, the captain, really should have scored there. The effort straight at Durand. Credit to the goalkeeper though. Still Metz pushing forward before half-time. Baticoul forcing the ball through. And just slightly off target with his effort. Well, it says something about Gilbert Gress's team's goal-scoring record that their top scorer, Jonathan Jaeger, has now gone at 12 games without a goal. Even he has only scored 5 this season. Into the second half, though, Metz pushing forward and getting a much-needed equaliser. Adebayor, the scorer. Vital goal, which made it 1-1. Good build-up play by Promont. Gregory Promont setting up the goal and giving Metz renewed hope in their fight for survival in the First Division. It got even better for them. Christophe Bastien, within 3 minutes, had made it 2-1, a 5th goal of the season for him. Fine strike with the right foot from just inside the box, beating Durand. All ends up. And it was all Metz by this stage, looking for a third goal, and it arrived on the hour mark. Sylvain Marchal with his first goal of the season, near post corner, and slack marking in the Rennes defence, punished there by Sylvain Marchal. Now Joseph Desiree Job getting the call for Adebayor, whose goal of course had turned this match around, and it would finish 3-1 to Metz. A vital win for Metz, hauling them slightly clear of the drop zone, if not totally clear. 3-1, this one finished. In France, Didier Deschamps has had nothing short of a disastrous campaign in his first season as manager of Monaco. Cheroux did make his appearance midway through the first half. Prior to that, it was Monaco who'd come closest to taking the lead. Only a fine stop from Gregory Vambe kept out that free kick from Gallardo. Well, Monaco have one of the worst away records in the French Première Division. Not one away from home in 6 attempts. Just one win on their travels all season in total, but they started this match the better. Suleimani Camara, Nonda's replacement in the starting lineup, drilling that effort over. Vahid Halilhodzic, the Lille coach, has seen his side lose their last 2 matches, having won 4 on the trot. Should have taken the lead here. Salehadine Bassir pulling his effort wide of Parato's post. Well, Camara looked dangerous all afternoon for Monaco. Fine ball to the far side that was rewarded with the first goal. Gallardo getting his 3rd goal of the season. It's not been a vintage season for the Argentinian Marcelo Gallardo, but he made it 1-0 with 8 minutes to go before half-time here. Awful marking in the Lille defence and a fine header. Into the second half now. Lille desperate to get back on terms to reignite their hopes of getting into Europe. Gaël Givet conceded a rather needless corner there. And when the ball was swung in, the equaliser was converted by Pascal Sigat just 3 minutes after the interval. Doesn't score that many, Sigat. In fact, if anything, the ball seemed to take a touch off. Was that Marquez in the Monaco defence who it came off last? Could well have been. Shabani Nonda was brought into the fray midway through the second half as Monaco looked for the points. All about salvaging pride for them at this latter part of the season for the Monegasque. And looking to get the second goal. Suleiman Camara heading over there. Well, Lille's home record has been one of the mainstays of their season. 10 wins in 15 matches prior to this game at the Stade Juris, but it was a run that looked in jeopardy in this match. Monaco had much the better of the second half. But this one would finish 1 goal apiece. Vahid Halilhodzic seeing his European dream slowly crumble around him. Gallardo in the thick of things for Monaco. Really is a fine player when he wants to be, Marcelo Gallardo. Prompting all afternoon for the visitors. Suleimani Camara once again with the final touch. Blocked by Vambe. And Lille looked for the deadlock breakup before the end and almost grabbed it. Bruno Cheyrou with a snapshot from the edge of the box. Pretty unconvincing piece of goalkeeping as well by Stéphane Parato. But was not punished by Dagui Bakary. So honours even at the Stade Juris. Lille 1, Monaco 1. Well, the Friday night action this week in France came at the Stade Vélodrome, reigniting one of the biggest and fiercest rivalries in French football. Marseille against Paris Saint-Germain. That was the only goal of the evening. Daniel Van Buiten, whose name has recently been linked with Juventus of all people, drilling home at the second attempt in the 64th minute. It was a goal that sparked wild celebrations at the